Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're good at breaking the YouTube thumbnail algorithm, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj. And today we come to you with great news.
It is a momentous. It's a great day.
Mm-hmm.
For the Two Poor Artists.
We are good at something.
We are good at something. 3 years we've been coming on, nothing but bad at.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're still bad at art.
Yes.
Let's just get that out in the open right off the bat.
And we're not claiming we're good at making thumbnails.
No. But what we have discovered over the past few months, dear viewers, is the secret to the YouTube thumbnail algorithm.
We broke YouTube.
Yes, we did.
We found their secrets.
See, people always
hidden deep in the labyrinth of
in the vault
YouTube.
of YouTube, it's right next to the Disney vault.
Mm-hmm.
It's just two lefts and a right.
Yeah.
The point is, on YouTube, you have to make a thumbnail for each and every one of your videos. Now, we've made a lot of thumbnails. We used to draw thumbnails that were in black and white, and then we hired the art department.
We used to just we took one thing from Isaac's drawing and one thing from my drawing
mashed
them together into the thumbnail.
But then the art department came along. We started, getting them to create our thumbnails.
Yeah, and they started using color.
Yeah,
like weirdos.
We're not going to talk about that, but we are also going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to talk about.
You see, dear viewers, the thing is with YouTube algorithms is apparently, getting close now. The thing you need to do to get views on YouTube is to make your thumbnail yellow.
Yes.
I'm
going to pull up right now our stats. Our stats.
Because, people shouldn't watch us,
No.
right? Like, why would people even click? Why would they ever even take a gander at what poor artists are doing?
But here's the thing. Music videos, because they're short, to the point, and you can re-listen to them, usually get more views. So our Ink Road song gets 60 views, which is pretty respectable for what we get. Our Olympics video got 444 views.
Yeah.
And why? You would think, Olympics is the trending topic. But, Dr. Doom's a trending topic, and that only got 80 views.
It's true.
And that got less views than our road trip video.
So basically what we're trying to say is, the videos that we've made that shouldn't get views, that have a yellow thumbnail background, get views. Chinese Buffet is our #1 viewed video.
Yep.
Why? Chinese Buffet wasn't trending.
No.
No one was talking about it. People are actively avoiding these things.
853 views.
Our #1 video, we can only attribute it to the fact that it has a yellow background. And we have another theory we're going to put to the test today.
Right.
If you've clicked on today's video, you've already seen the thumbnail is yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yeah.
But it also, we're testing out another theory because we want to not only break the YouTube thumbnail algorithm, we want to destroy it. We want to decimate the algorithm for all future poor artists on YouTube. And to do that, we've taken yellow, yellow, yellow and mixed it with different languages. The only reason we can really attribute to Chinese Buffet being our top video.
Yeah, why is Chinese Buffet more than something like Finish the Face?
Exactly.
Finish the Face is also yellow background.
Olympics has a huge international audience, and yet Chinese Buffet,
twice as many views.
But Chinese Buffet had a yellow thumbnail, but it also had an authentic Chinese character.
Right.
At least I think it was, according to Google Translate.
Right.
Forgive me if it wasn't.
I mean, it might not be the correct character, but it is a Chinese character.
So if you're looking at today's thumbnail, you will notice that the word thumbnail was translated into multiple different languages. Now, did it translate it accurately? Meaning the thumbnail is in the picture you click on YouTube? Or did it literally just translate it like the nail of your thumb?
The only language we kind of know living here in America is Spanish.
Yeah,
and that definitely translated it as the nail of the thumb.
Yeah, but is that how you say thumbnail in Spanish?
I highly doubt it.
I would also doubt it, but why do we call it thumbnail in America? I don't even know that. So
it has nothing to do with pictures. But videos like Tide Pool or least viewed video Pokédex challenge too.
Yeah, which you still don't like.
Those
apparently.
get 40 or less views.
Yeah, our average as poor artist is 40-ish.
Yeah, and then Finish the Face, 357 for no reason.
Yeah, because it has a yellow background.
Yeah.
So
new NBA logo on the week that the guy who was on the logo died, less than 40 views.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't necessarily pander to the masses. We don't pander to what's popular at the moment, unless the thing at the moment is like, that'd be a cool idea to draw it. Like, we'll draw it. We don't do it just for views, though. But what we are going to start doing is just making yellow thumbnails, apparently, because that's what the people who run the AI that runs YouTube wants.
Yeah. Mother's Day flowers featuring Isaac's mom got 32 views.
Yeah, what the heck, guys? Like, you'd think the whole world would tune in to see my mom, but no.
Fan Fusion.
Have a yellow background?
Fan Fusion, which again was a trending topic and is one of our coolest thumbnails.
Yes, indeed.
Not
at all disturbing.
Like 48 views.
Yeah. So,
and then Chinese Buffet, 853.
So what we're trying to say is, if you want to make it big on YouTube, apparently, you need to have a yellow thumbnail. Yep. And that's what we're going to draw today. Now, how do we draw?
Super Mario, 57 views right after that picture book. Yellow background, 270 views.
And it's not because people are really liking picture books.
No. Yeah, Super Mario is way more popular than picture book.
The point is...
Yellow background.
Yes, we've cracked the secret. And today we get to draw...
Yep.
What are we drawing?
We're drawing a thumbnail algorithm. Like, that's the title that you guys will see will be like, we cracked the YouTube thumbnail algorithm or something like that.
But that's too much to fit on a canvas.
And what puns can you come up with that?
There's too many words.
Thumbnail algorithm. There's a lot of puns.
Thumbnail algorithm. So here we go. Pour art beginning in 3, 2, 1.
I guess I need to draw a thumb.
You need to draw is what you knew.
Like, just started. This is thumb first.
Thumb first style. You saw it here first.
I should have thought about this at all. We talked. Like, this is one of the few times where we, like, planned what we were going to draw.
Yeah, oftentimes when we sit down to do this, we're, like, sitting in the studio and we're like, what should we draw today? Oh, yeah, we should draw that. Or if there's, like, a particularly good sermon title on Sunday morning, then we'll draw that.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the one on the left, the thumb? Oh, yeah. I can see it now. Thank you. More fingers cover a multitude of sins. Maybe. Is this like one of those like Mario gloves or Mickey Mouse gloves?
It's just a hand.
That big old hand. Like a baby hand. Nice and pudgy.
Got a thumbnail.
Oh, so you're done.
On this hand.
You're done, right? Oh, but wait, the algorithm.
Yeah, I guess I need fingernails on every finger now.
I mean, not every finger has a fingernail. Like, sure, the average is pretty close.
This person has a
1-to-1 ratio.
Every fingernail is, like, ingrown.
But think about it.
And, like, cut too short.
As a planet, like, the average of fingernails is not 1-to-1, you know? Fingers to fingernail ratios is not 1-to-1. People lose their fingernails. You know?
And people have extra fingernails.
Yeah, right? So maybe it balances that. What do you think? Do more people not have a fingernail or more people have an extra finger with an extra?
You can, like, lose fingernails easily.
Exactly. You get your finger caught in the door and, like, your fingernail is going to pop off.
Yeah.
It's going to turn purple and it's going to look terrifying. Like, there are people who've lost fingers, like, but just the tips of the finger. Like, losing a tip of a finger is pretty common. Like, for finger-related loss.
Right.
You know, like I think more people are missing tips of fingers than are missing whole fingers.
This guy's got like real stubby. Like this looks more like a foot.
Like
with this is like a gorilla foot is what it looks like.
I mean, we can go with that if you want. But does that does a gorilla foot have a thumbnail?
Does it?
This is just like a man that when you look at him, you're like, is that a man or is that a gorilla? Because I think it could go either way from this distance.
Because I'm
gonna have to talk to him to figure it out.
Like this is not a thumb.
No.
Like it's just
like it doesn't have. It's missing like a joint.
It's like connected.
Like it's missing one of the two joints.
Yeah, it's bad.
I guess maybe there's a joint there.
Yeah, there's like another knuckle right here.
I mean, gorilla foot is what this is. Like it's a decent gorilla foot.
Yeah, like if I told you this was a gorilla foot, you'd be like, oh, that's
there would
good.
Be no question. But if you told me this was like an average human hand, we're not good at drawing hands. Hands are very difficult to draw.
They are.
Them and feet. Gorilla feet, surprisingly easy to draw. Human hands and feet, very difficult.
Yes. No truer statement has ever been made. See, I want to do a blackboard.
But that blackboard real tiny or real far away?
It's real tiny. I wanted to do a blackboard, but I'm not, because that would be real hard. You have to do the words in white.
Yeah,
if I had,
do you ever stop and think about those artists that like use things other than ballpoint pen, like the ones that use the fill bucket?
Yeah, disappointment.
Ones that use like paint rollers.
Yeah, like our thumbnail artists.
Truly disappointing. Yeah, they're not. Don't call them artists. They're the art department.
Don't do art.
They don't do art. We just call them that to make them feel better about themselves.
Yeah, we hired them as such.
Yeah, it's a self-esteem boosting lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's even really a lie. Like, we're pretty honest about it. You're part of the art department because we do art, and you make thumbnails about our art. You're not making art.
Right.
Because you insist on using color and the fill bucket tool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and clearly they were right.
Yeah.
Like, we say we broke the YouTube algorithm, but it's like...
No, it's
like the two poor artists do not officially use yellow.
The art department looks at what we've done, and they craft the perfect thumbnail based on what we've done. You know? So whether we create it with our own hands and pens or not,
I feel like you're just trying to take credit.
It is like, it's how all people work. Think about like the president of the United States, and they're like, I lowered taxes. You're like, did they though? Did they? Or did like 1,000 different people work together and the president just like signed the bill?
Right.
Like, so you've made your finger Turkish and gave it a fez.
What? No, that's not a fez. It's a graduation hat.
Oh, it's an educated.
Yeah, like he's
teaching.
He's teaching, and
as they
do. All college professors wear their.
I honestly think we should go back to the days of old when because like graduation caps and gowns, that was like a thing that all professors just wore on a daily basis. It's so you could know that they're qualified and smarter than you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy's wearing a hat that no one would choose to wear for any reason. He must be qualified to teach me,
Yeah.
Why else would he be wearing it?
Can't think of any other reason.
Yeah.
This guy has a one of those like striped, it's like a...
I like how you use the King James version of striped.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about that? Like, blessed is the man, and you're like, why are you saying it like that? It's blessed. Why are we saying the ed? Like, when does that come in? It's basically like, oh, you have it memorized. You have that Bible verse memorized in like the King James. So then you say blessed, but like you shouldn't do it for anything else.
Propeller hat. See, I put all these thumbnails.
Like, are we gonna say
like fingernails on these things, and then I decided to put hats on them? That was poor planning.
Yeah.
But you continue on with your blessed
Thank
statement.
you. I will. Imagine if we said we drawed today. Drawed. Is that wait? Is that what we say? We drew. Hang on.
We drew.
But like, like you don't say ed like that in normal world. Like I called my mom on the phone. No, you called your mom on the phone. What's the matter with you? Why are you trying to sound pretentious?
Mm-hmm. Well.
And I get it. Like when they wrote the King James version of the Bible, they weren't being trying to be pretentious.
Mm-hmm. That's just how they.
It's just how they.
But it's like now
if you do that
in modern time,
and people read certain words in the Bible that way, and I'm not quite sure. Like there's nothing wrong with it, I guess, other than you just sound like you're trying to go back in time.
Yeah, like why?
Like you're not Martin Luther. Stop trying to talk like that.
Yeah, like it's
he probably spoke German, but whatever.
Yeah, it's not like more spiritual or whatever.
No, blessed is blessed. Just you're gonna make people think that's something different than blessed. I digress. You have hatted. Oh, is that an old limb? An old limb pick?
No,
no,
it's not old at all.
It's a young limb pick.
Yeah,
young limb pick. They should have a young limb pick where they make children compete in sports.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do like
that'd be sad.
Go like this, and do the classic, the theta.
What is? What do you mean the classic theta in the hand?
No, it's like for angles.
Mm-hmm.
He's
This is a thumbnail algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the hand? Why is there a hand in the algorithm?
What he's showing? It's like the angle of the thumb.
Oh.
And you don't need to.
So you're saying that like
emphasize, but it's also a thumbnail. Giving.
So you're saying in like the finger
the
education
algorithm.
world, all their examples, like we use people, right?
Yeah.
Like Sally and Betsy went down to the store and bought 118 watermelons, you know? They're like a thumb and a pinky went to the supermarket and bought 118 toenail clippers.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it's like the thumbnail.
Like it's all finger and
the thumbnail is, and this hand actually, it's like worse than this hand. But that's because this thumbnail drew it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying with a single, we should try that sometime where we strap a pen to our thumb and just draw.
Yeah,
like that's not that's not the worst idea.
I like it.
I've seen those pens that are like they're like rings that people wear on like their pointer finger, and they draw with like it in like they put it in their finger, like they put a thing that like curves around their finger, so it's just always attached to their hand.
Right?
Have you seen those?
No.
They're like a single finger, like, gauntlet, but it has a pen tip in it.
Right.
My point is we should duct tape pens to our thumbs and try to draw someday.
Okay. I'm just going to, like, put some, like, random, like,
Mathematical.
You know.
That's for all you Adventure Time fans.
Like... just random like mathy looking things.
Algorithm-y looking, like buttons on a calculator. You know?
Yeah.
Nothing's more official looking than that.
It just has to. The word pi. That's a math thing.
Yeah, because this is how teaching works. You just write a bunch of mathy type terms on the board.
Log, like
hope your students absorb
base 5, and they're all going to be talking about the angle for some reason.
I'm really going to try not to overthink how the other fingers are even seeing this. Are they like...
They're like looking...
Like I imagine that fingers have one sense, and that's touch. Like they all have to come up to the board and just like rub their faces against it.
Like he writes and talks, and then they come and
like
rub
like they
against it.
rub their faces against it.
And like that's how they like learn.
And the words are like raised. It's like Braille.
Yeah.
But not more complicated.
No, they just feel the chalk.
So they do it like Daredevil style.
Yeah.
If you don't know Daredevil, the superhero Daredevil, he's the superhero who's blind, but because he was blinded by magical chemicals. Supposedly it's the same chemicals that turn the Ninja Turtles into Ninja Turtles, apparently.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. But the point is,
how it is.
Because of that, he has like really heightened...
Even though modern Ninja Turtles are also in the Batman universe.
It's really not worth overthinking. The point is, he's able to have really heightened touching senses, and he can feel the ink on pages and stuff and read the ink. So I imagine this is like Gorilla Daredevil's hand. Because that's probably a thing. Oh, what is that? Why is it so wiggly? Why is it... There's something wrong. It's like a tremor. It's like having a tremor.
Yep.
Or shivering. I don't... Is it a thumb? A finger?
It's something over there.
It's like the principal peeking in to make sure the teacher is doing what he's supposed to. See, I'm a 4th grade teacher. I think I should come to school on Monday with just like my graduation cap and a robe. just so everybody's clear who's the teacher in the classroom.
Like I graduated. Did you guys yet graduate?
Yeah. See my hat? They don't just give these tassels to anyone. No,
you have to get a minimum education to get this.
Little frayed bit of the tassel is one day that I was in school. Do you have any frayed tassels? I don't think so.
And then there's that clock that
all classrooms
have.
See,
like kids can't even read them.
You want to know something funny about my classroom? Is I have a digital clock in my classroom.
Oh.
The first classroom I ever took over had a big digital clock in the room. And I just kept taking it with me from classroom to classroom. Because I think all kids should know how to read analog clocks, but there's also just zero reason for that anymore.
But
like, come on, if you're gonna wear a watch and look professional, the point is, I got so sick of I don't want to go through the whole like people asking me what time it is and me being like, well, you should know how to read a clock.
I don't think there's very many small children that need to wear a watch to look professional.
One day, when
they can learn, if they want to wear a watch and they're 40-year-old, they can teach themselves.
I think it's a skill that's just as worth as a lot of the skills that we teach in school.
Because the only place that you ever see those is in school.
That is just not true. If you're in London, you will see it everywhere. That's one of the real complicated ones that doesn't even have numbers on it. You have to like count.
Yeah.
I don't like those ones because I don't want to have to count.
That's just like you just guess.
Like I second guess myself on ones like that. I used to have a watch that was like that, and you'd be like, I want to count. I don't want to get this wrong. You're like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's fourth after the 4, the fourth big line, and the big hand is pointing to the little bit after the big line after the fourth big line.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's like noon. Yeah. It's like after 4 o'clock. No, it's too much thought to go into. All I want to know is the time. I don't want to have to count or think. I just want to know.
Which is why everything's digital clock now.
What is that?
It's just shelf.
So, okay, sure. So we're saying that thumbnail algorithm is a thumb nail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the nail that's doing this.
Yeah.
The nail controls the hand.
The nail
is the face.
It's like
of the
hand. Face, yeah.
I see. The face of the finger.
Yeah.
Is the nail. Good to know. For when I do my drawings. But yeah, he's
and like this is like some weird world, right?
Yeah, I can't even.
Like, this is clearly a hand.
Is it attached to a person?
I think we've established it's a gorilla.
I mean, yeah, but it's attached to.
But like,
something.
there's like another one peeking through the door.
This is like
it's like what is this, like a box that
this drawing
put his foot in?
This drawing's getting real sad real quick because this is just like people who don't have friends. What they do, you know? They're like
play.
Yeah, they're like they make up a whole hand world. Like this person has like 50 boxes.
Well, when you have gorilla feet.
Yeah, no one don't have your friends.
So he's like sitting there dressing up his foot.
Yeah,
his gorilla foot.
This is his foot? No, this has to be his hand. It's a thumb.
Well, it's his thumb foot.
You don't have a thumb foot. There's no feet.
You do when you have gorilla feet.
No. You can call it your pinky toe, but you can't call it your foot thumb. That's not allowed.
If you have a foot
it's
thumb.
It's your big toe. Everybody knows you have a big toe and you have a pinky, and that's the only toes you have.
When you have human feet.
You have a pinky and a big toe, and then 3 other in the middle.
When you have human feet.
No, you don't have like a ring toe and a pointer toe and a middle toe.
Gorillas do.
Gorillas, no.
This guy has gorilla feet.
So this
is like a beast.
Okay, so it's a human with gorilla feet.
Yeah,
like he's been cursed,
right,
or something.
Well, he has no friends.
This is like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast if he had stayed a beast.
Yeah,
he's just he's acting out having a normal life and friends, and for some reason this poor gorilla-footed man is deciding to act out being in school.
Yeah,
like that's how desperate he is
for friends.
Oh gosh. And he's like,
he's not allowed to go to school. He's too much of a freak. His parents won't let him go.
So he has like his other hand is like, I'm the principal and I'm checking in on you. So that's like his other hand over there. This is both sad and really intriguing. I am absolutely certain you have missed or duplicated some letters in that word algorithm.
Well, the pen was
trying to write up at the top of the screen though. So.
Yeah, and the pen was messing up. But I also probably misspelled algorithm. Like I have no clue how it's spelled.
What is an algorithm?
Isn't it just like basically the same word as equation?
An algorithm, according to Google, is a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer.
Right. So basically the same word as equation, but not exactly the same. Like you use them in different connotations. First time ever writing 32 for my age.
Wow. An old man.
Yep.
You're almost Jesus' age.
Almost.
One more year.
Yep.
You should already have...
save this, and then while you distract the audience...
Yeah, if we're going by Jesus standards, you should already have disciples. I'm not saying that you should go out and seek disciples. But, like, do we have poor art disciples? Do they follow us around? We don't. We have poor art, like, enthusiasts. I think they watch us. We call them poor art fans. Maybe that's pretty much what it boils down to. No one follows us around. We're not like, poor art gurus yet. No one climbs the mountaintop to come and talk to us.
But when we go to like the painting events, we have people that come and draw in our style.
I will say we were sitting in the booth at church today, as we do, doing work for the Sunday morning service, and there were two youngins in the booth with us, and they were both doing pen drawings. Ballpoint pen, black ink on white paper. I was so proud. So proud of them for doing their thing, which is our thing.
Our thing. Yep, it's just the proper way.
It is the proper way.
One day they will have their own. One day they will have their own poor art channel.
Yeah, those are the kind of people that will want to stay in the Two Poor Artists Hotel. I mean, everyone will want to, but they'll be like really enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, with our provided notepad that you can do art on.
Free with every stay.
Yep.
All right. Thumbnail algorithm.
Did you think about this at all?
I have been trying to think about it and failing. Like I don't know.
Like my only thought was like, oh, I can do a thumbnail with an algorithm. But I should have like researched algorithms or something, or like anything.
Like what's a famous algorithm? Like you hear of famous like equations, like E equals MC squared.
Right.
Is that an equation or an algorithm?
Yeah, well, an algorithm would be like how you do E equals MC squared. So like if you like reasoned out, if you were actually trying to figure out the amount of energy that mass would convert into, then you would do the algorithm of E equals MC squared.
Gosh, my brain's hurting just by thinking about it. I haven't had to do an algorithm ever. Not as an adult. You're in school and they're like...
Don't you like teach them though?
I don't know
if you teach someone how to do an equation, you're teaching them an algorithm.
I haven't taught math for the last 2 years. I've just taught other subjects. So maybe I'm just slipping. But yeah, no, I've taught algorithms, I suppose. Algorithms. So
yeah, you could do
Al Gore, like the politician,
or like an Allen wrench, but then you have to do the word Gore.
I know Al Gore. Yeah, the Al Gore rhythm is just the thumbnail Al Gore. Like, there's just too much graphic content that brings to my mind.
Yeah, and we don't want that. We're not that type of channel.
No, it's like when you get a little hangnail and you pull it and it just peels back.
Oh, we're not that type of channel.
Yeah, like that's where my mind goes, man. For the owl, it's like the goriest thing that happens to your thumb. Hopefully, and then you just. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to keep thinking about this, but I have to draw something, right?
Yeah,
that's the rules.
That is the rules.
I brought yours back.
I guess we could just end the video here.
Yeah, that'd be a first. It's the first time we were ever good at something. We're good at breaking the YouTube thumbnail algorithm, and now we're just nope.
Just one drawing this week.
No, I wouldn't do that to the fans. I know I've got.
I mean, 4 of the fans.
I have 4 of them. Okay, Thumbnail. Al Gore. Ithm. What is it? Ithm.
I don't know. You do like rhythm is close.
Okay. I feel like I also have to go with it. I'm not going to do a blackboard. I'm going to do a whiteboard.
Yeah, well, I didn't do a blackboard.
I don't know why you even called it a blackboard.
I wanted it to be a blackboard. Yeah, I wanted it to be a blackboard.
You know how hard that would be with a pen? You'd have to, like,
that's why I didn't. That's why I just called it one and drew it white. Mm-hmm. It's a reverse blackboard.
I see.
So are you doing like the same pun as me?
No. This is my thumbnail, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Al Gore.
And he's in front of a whiteboard.
Yeah. Much different. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is the thumb... I don't know. Now you got me self-conscious. Am I just copying you? I didn't mean to. It wasn't my intention.
Well, I mean, the only way is to keep drawing and find out who you're copying. Oh, it looks like he has a tie on. That's very different than a hat.
Thank you for that. That makes me feel better. What do thumbnails wear?
I mean, like, just paint. Or nothing. It's pretty much the two options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thumbnail algorithm.
Like it has, like, pants. It's like he's not even connected to a thumb.
No, it's just a thumbnail. But this is what happens.
Does he have a body?
Yeah.
What is he?
He's a thumbnail. His hand is a thumbnail.
Oh, I don't like that. These are like the thumbs from.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of.
But skinny and doesn't have any thumbs.
Other hand is a thumbnail. You know.
Yeah. Does he have a neck?
I mean, I don't really know what that is. Kind of like a tie, but it's just kind of like balanced.
It's like holding up his head.
Yeah, we'll just go with. His feet. His feet are real interesting. It's just got really long feet.
I kind of expected it to be a thumbnail.
No, you see, he walks, points his feet both directions when he stands.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy.
I don't like him.
Why not? Look at him. He's got a decent little smile.
No, but then you know he's a two-dimensional thumbnail.
No, he's not. Thumbs have some depth, like they're like millimeters thick. You know.
He's weird and gross.
Gosh, you're gonna hurt his feelings.
I want that.
You're gonna hurt his feelings, man. And he has like a class that's sitting down here.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs.
Are they thumbs or thumbnails?
Thumbnails.
They all just balance on a triangle.
I mean, I've established that, so I think I have to run with it, right?
And this is from behind?
This is the back. He has an audience.
How is this different than mine? I mean, obviously, he's not connected to a hand. Is that the only difference?
I feel like I'm going to have to come up with one, okay?
Okay.
Why do you think I'm drawing people in the audience? I'm thinking. I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking. Just let me think. I don't even know how he's standing where he's standing. Like, there's things we have to establish still. My guy's real close to the stage. He's just up there.
Well, I mean, when everyone's two-dimensional, you just don't make very wide stages. How come his head is upside down?
Some people's heads just put on upside down on your thumbnails, you know? Like, This is different.
Like all of them down there have rounded top.
Like there's different ways to think about.
He has
There's
rounded
different
bottom.
ways to think about this drawing. One is that this is a world where this is just how everybody is. They're all thumbnails or fingernails of some kind,
right?
And they, go. They have a college professor, and they just like live out their lives. Like this could be a Pixar movie.
I mean,
it would be called Thumbnails.
But like, where do they come from? Do they come from?
Do they ever explain where things come from in other Pixar movies? No.
I think they kind of do. Like, that the toys are toys.
Yeah. But like, you don't have to know where thumbnails come from.
Like, because these aren't like the thumbnail clippings. These are like whole nails.
Yeah. Okay. You're giving me ideas, though, so I'm going to just keep moving ahead. This guy is, this guy's teaching a class. And what's he teaching it on? It's Al. Al. I don't know. That doesn't say AI. That says Al.
Yeah.
Al.
And is it like Al Gore? Like, just that's the guy's name? I mean, there's a famous guy with that same name. But there can be more than one.
Like an asterisk. That's going to be like Gore. It's like a warning.
Oh.
Did you ever take... Okay, this is where my idea is coming from. Did you ever have to take driver's ed as a kid?
No.
Okay. Be thankful. Be thankful for that. Most of driver's ed that I remember was not them teaching you how to drive or be safe on the road. It was mostly scaring you into not being a bad driver, as if that's something you can just... I mean, here's the thing with me.
I did like the bus driver training.
Yeah. Did they just like scare you?
I mean, that was part of it.
It was like, don't...
It's like showing videos of like if you go to school, if you go to work slightly sick, you might ride your bus off the cliff and kill all the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't do that.
Okay, so bus driver training and driver's ed, very similar. Very similar. The difference is...
And then, of course, when you are sick, they're like, please come in.
Yeah.
Come work sick. It's like, but the video.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I took driver's ed, I already had a driver's license, and I had been driving for like 6 months already.
Right.
But then I had to get up for a 0-hour class in high school and go sit in... My math teacher is the one who taught it, and he was not a nice... I mean, he wasn't mean, but he was like... He wasn't very friendly, He was a good guy to teach driver's ed, I feel like.
Right.
Based on what I learned. Point is, I already knew how to drive, but I had to sit in this class. Something for it was going to lower my insurance price, or I don't know, something dumb. Something money related, which is all dumb. Point is, a good third of every class was like, here's pictures of car crashes.
Right.
And it was like, why are you showing us this? Like, I just like looking away, like pretending I'm paying attention. I'm like, I don't want to see, like pieces of people and cars and, like it was never like a normal car crash, like fender bender. It was always like, and no one in the car, this car didn't even have airbags and seatbelts and doors and windows. It was basically a barrel that they rolled down a hill in, minus the barrel. And you're like, I don't even understand why you're showing me this. But it was always scary, and I was always like, I don't want to be...
Because they're always showing like the videos of like, if you don't wear a seatbelt in the back seat, you might be through the front windshield and also kill the person in the driver's seat.
I don't want to talk about this too much because it's just depressing. The point is, that's where these guys are.
Right.
This is like a maybe it's like a forensics class or something. He's like teaching like, I don't even know. Maybe it's like a self-defense. I don't know. Some reason he's like, you need to see these pictures.
Right.
But warning, they're kind of gory. Now, before you turn off this video, understand that fingernail gore and human gore, much different things, because this is just like, they found Al and he was, oh my gosh, what is that? That's like a piece of Al. It's just like a piece of the fingernail.
Like
oh
fingernail
man,
clipping.
A little clipping. Oh man, what's that? It's another is so grotesque. It's so bad. Like, what's this one? Oh gosh, it's squiggly. It looks like a letter B. Oh man. Oh, what is that one? It's horrifying. That's just a little piece and another little piece. You know, this is like a crime scene photo.
Right.
So, you know, like they found this in the trash can. They found this in the trash can of someone. They found Al. Al just, you know, was just it's don't end up like Al.
Right.
Or maybe they're like forensics, and he's like, "What do you make of this crime scene? You know, you detectives, you future, this is what you're going to see out there. You okay with that? You know."
Right.
And you've got
so like in this world, they don't like clip themselves. It's not like getting a haircut. Like they're done. Like their fingernails that don't grow.
In case you're wondering what that is, that's one of them from the side. That's a fingernail guy from the side, and he's just like, he can't handle it, so he's just like, he's throwing up.
What do they eat? Like you established now that they have bodily function.
You know, like what do they eat? They eat. Let's see. What do fingernails eat? What do you put on your fingernails? Nail polish. They eat. They drink milk. It's just. But they
don't like grow
dairy products,
or at least not in a way that they would
keeps
get
them
cut.
like. This just keeps them like shiny and illustrious. Keeps them from cracking and drying out.
Right.
Dairy products keeps the calcium level up.
Okay.
That's what we're going with.
Yep. I'm fine with that.
I can't handle this though.
They all have a milk only diet.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what this class is. I can't justify what I'm doing here. I don't know why they're learning this.
And where's the rest? Like you got thumbnail Al Gore. Where's the ithem or
what is an ithem? I don't even know. Al Gore, thumbnail ithem.
Like I know what like ism.
Ithem.
But
okay. An ithem is a word that comes from Arabic.
Right.
And it's what they call maybe an ithem is a sin in Islam.
Okay. Well then I mean
like this makes sense,
done.
Right?
Yeah, you don't even need that.
You know, like this is
clearly a sin has been done. I mean, look at that.
Al, you know,
a very gory sin to Al.
An Al-ithem.
Yeah.
Al. Gosh, this drawing, this lore, it's just, it's a lot. Okay, it's just. Yep. I think there has to be another whiteboard. That one. Someone dropped this whiteboard when they were hanging it. Had a dent.
They didn't fix it.
No, they didn't fix it. You drop a whiteboard, that's a big thing. You know? They're like, do you want us to just not hang it up? They're like, you might as well hang it up.
Yeah.
Like, my choices are having a dented whiteboard or no whiteboard. I'm taking the dented whiteboard.
Right.
But you just have a secret hope that they're going to replace it. But then you remember you're in a school and they don't replace nothing.
Right.
Most schools, I should say. But what else happens? Maybe you'll have a picture of Al before.
This is the non-gore or ithem Al. I'm just not a fan of this race you created.
I'm not a huge fan either, okay, man? Al. Pre-ithem. This is just what Al looked like on his driver's license picture.
Right.
You know? This is Al pre-ithem, Al Gore, and there was an ithem.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
We're going to go with it. It makes sense because it has to. Like, I drew it.
You got all the words in there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And you know, this is totally how art works. You're not really expecting to draw fingernail people when you woke up this morning. Algorithm. Thumbnail. I would live... Oh, gosh. Thummy. Thumb.
Yeah, there's... What? Did you just break the sacred rule?
No, I just did a really good job of making that E look like an N.
I think you broke the sacred rule.
The sacred rule. And that's all he said. The sacred rule is for art. Is that really art?
Yeah, it's part of the art.
Well, now I know. Now I know.
I mean, do you know how many times I've made mistakes on the words?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Oh, I'm still a baby.
Yep.
This is not a drawing I'm looking forward to explaining one day at like an artist's convention.
Mm-hmm.
And they, because you know how they interview celebrities?
And they always want to know the lore behind the characters you put in the drawings.
Like, you ever see celebrities and they ask them a question and you can tell that the celebrity doesn't want to answer that question. They're like, they were hoping that nobody would ask this question. Mm-hmm. But then there's that one reporter. Yeah. We're going to be on stage one day at the Poor Art Convention, the International Poor Art Convention.
Right. And we're expecting the, saggy butt horse.
And then someone's going to be like, and one more before you go. And they'll put this up and I'll just be like, oh man, where's the exit? Where's the exit? And they're like, can you explain the thought process? Like, thought we recorded the thought process. Yeah. You think there's more?
The hidden lore.
So I had to draw a thumbnail algorithm. And I'll say it, and I'll go into the whole thing. There's Al, and there's Gore, and there's thumbnails, and quickly looked up what an ithm was, and it can kind of mean a sin in a different religion. And, thank you and good night. I won't be comfortable in that situation. I'm not comfortable right now looking at my art. But again, if you're comfortable looking at poor art, is it poor art?
And it's not, it's just not poor art. We talked about it last week, but when it's in the Olympics, that's how you know. That's how you get a good score.
Yeah.
If it's pleasing to look at, it's not poor art.
You see this guy down here in the bottom left? That's the proper reaction to poor art, there's a guttural.
He's not doing
your
that.
Your body rejects poor art.
He's not doing that because he saw a horror.
No, it's poor art that he saw.
Yeah. He just realized that he's a thumbnail man in a thumbnail world.
I'm just really thinking through the thumbnail world. Are these? How do they come to it?
Everything about them is it's a horror show.
It's something interesting, we were talking earlier about how you lose fingernails sometimes, you jam it in a drawer and it falls off.
Is that this entire species?
This is how the Pixar movie begins. Is somebody slamming their finger in a door, and then the thumbnail
falls to the ground, grows a suit,
and it wakes up the next morning, and it's in a suit, and he stumbles into this professor's class, and he's just dealing with his own existential crisis of being a thumbnail,
right? So they're not alive before.
No.
But then
you drew them being alive. No, you didn't even draw thumbnails being alive. You drew a sad, lonely person.
Yeah, he was acting out.
Much different.
Yeah, mine was sad for a different reason than yours.
It was. Mine makes me think too hard.
I'm more okay with my sad.
I am more okay with your sad. Yours is somehow more understandable. I truly pity your guy. I want to be his friend.
Gorilla-footed guy,
but. Sad when that's the more I understand that, but not this. Gorilla-footed man with no friends that reenacts the life he wished he had in boxes that he dresses up his fingers. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. I can see that. This is a Pixar movie that no one there's got to be a lot of Pixar movies that are not made. You know,
this is the Pixar intern came in with the short that he made.
Yeah.
About a thumbnail. Basically this.
And then people were like...
They're like, no.
Yeah, but he's like, but what if it's a mystery and there's been like a murder of this guy named Al?
They're like, you can't work here anymore.
Yeah, like think about the implications of this world. Like
they're like, go. This sounds like something you should bring to Cartoon Network.
Yeah, like is this like a horror movie? It's like a crime movie. You know, this is like
it's like one of those like adult cartoons that like shouldn't be made because no adult wants to watch it and no kid can watch it.
No kid should watch it, that's for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of those. But it's an interesting concept. How many other fingernail related characters can you think of? Absolutely none. It's a breath of fresh air.
But yeah,
in the world.
Like I can think of finger related characters.
Yeah, people dress up their fingers like stuff. You get little finger puppets.
Yeah, there's like
basically what you drew.
There's like a whole show about like thumb wrestlers. It was on like Cartoon Network, I think, or maybe Nickelodeon.
It's not about the thumbs and the nails and what happens when they wake up.
It's not the nails.
You know, when they wake up and they like are sentient.
Like that's the weird part is that it's just the nails.
Yeah,
there's no thumb.
Like it falls off and they just wake up and they're alive. And cue the, and then the problem. You always need a problem in a story. So the problem is like psycho killer. Clippers McGee.
I think
is running around.
I think we should just stop talking about this.
The thing is, the whole point of today's video is when you check on this in a few days, it is going to have more views than any one of it. And it's really a shame. It's really a shame now looking at the art that this video is going to make it so big. This is going to be so many people's first taste of the Super
viral. People are going to watch it.
We're going to have to make a whole show about this.
Yeah, both of our things.
These are going to be our most known drawings.
Yeah.
In the Two-Poor Artist Gallery and the Two-Poor Artist Hotel, these are going to be...
We're going to be invited onto other people's podcasts.
These will be like the Mona Lisas of our... Yeah, like we're going to be
The late night show is going to call us up.
Yeah, and they'll be like, tell us about...
this viral video you made. Or just like, the yellow was too powerful.
Yeah.
We didn't want this.
This is
not with these drawings. Why couldn't it be Saggy Butthorse and that one weird head guy that I did in the drawing?
Yeah, that one's interesting. The point is, I think we started off this video cocky, so self-confident that we've broken YouTube, and now everybody's going to see our videos. What we really should end with is, this is a cautionary video.
Yes.
Be careful what you make go viral, because
if you're gonna be like, this is the video that we will for sure go viral, plan it ahead of time.
Use what you've learned from us today for good.
Yes.
Not good art, poor art, but
go make a video that's actually worth watching with a yellow background,
and use the wisdom we have imparted on you. This is our advice. We haven't given advice in a long time.
No,
but our advice today: if you're gonna use what we've taught you, do it for good, and don't include thumbnail people.
No.
Or sad thumbnail people with real hands.
It's not worth it.
See you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.